resize. So gradually, basically, as the size is reducing. 3. If you want, you can connect these two and keep it a quad. That's totally fine. Or you can collapse it, because any part which is not visible, for those part, if you have a triangle, it's okay, but try to avoid it. So what we can do is right click, cap it, and then I can simply isolate this F3 and use a cut quad. Then I'll connect this to this. Okay, this is not a quad. So okay, let's try other way. It will be non-quad only. What if I just connect like this? Still non-quad. Okay, let it be. So I just simply connect it, because one triangle is there. The number of due to number of loops. And vertex, we'll select this one, push it even further, because this hole should not be visible. And this, you can see, whenever you have this kind of geometry, you have to add a cut. So now it's correct. Select a model and this together, isolate. So somehow I fixed my base. You see, it's not perfectly snapped because I'm going to use relax and all this conform on this. So before that, I'll just connect all the loops together. This and select, because symmetry won't work with this. So I can keep the symmetry visible, and then I start working on this model. So it's already grid, no grid. I'm going to work on surface, pick your surface, and extend, or maybe step build up. No mistake. Oh, it's an open. Now it's correct. This loop I can continue. If there's a cut issue or something, I'll check that. Like sometime it won't work, so you can just simply change the angle and make sure you should have this center straight line no matter what. There shouldn't be any triangle. I just deleted that so that I can have this loop properly. So here I can just add one more loop. I can, like, once I fix this piece loop poly, then I can just go ahead and add more loops. So this loop is continue. This loop should continue with this. This should connect with this. This is separate loop altogether. To delete this, I need to have one more loop here. So this should continue. This is very difficult. This is something I align it properly. You know why this is not snapping. Delete this one. Add one more loop. You see, so everything snapped perfectly. Align everything properly. Here I have two lines. So based on this part also should have two different loops. So as of now, I can just simply connect this. This is not connected. This is connected. So you can just have all these bigger polygons towards the end. Align with this. I'm trying to keep as low, trying to create something as low as possible. And like based on my muscle and bone volume, I can create my loops and I straighten all the lines. Okay, there you can see one less loop. This is I'll check okay, what can be done with this. I'll save this file. And this technique is this is something if you don't practice, you won't be able to get the exact way to how to create this. It's all about practice. Because in industry you have to create a low poly no matter what. So like, that time failed. There's some issue. I'll just check that. So there's a one loop issue, so I'll just fix that. So for that I'll just exit from this option and isolate my actual model and check in vertex mode. This loop is wrong. It should continue this side. So what I'll do is easiest way, select, oh sorry, select and cap it, cap it. I'll just cap few areas. Then I'll use cut. Should go like this. It's more. These two edges are not required. Instead of this, I need a swift loop here and plus here. Plus this also, this is there's triangle and to fix that triangle as well. Plus here. Like uniform distance between polygons. Try to keep like create all the loops with uniform polygons. The size scale of the polygons. Then vertices and let's see what can be done now. So I can connect this here. So all quads This one, there will be a one triangle, this part, and there's two triangles I can see, so I have to fix this. I cannot have two triangles, I can have only one triangle. Like this triangles, try to avoid. Cut. Instead of like creating a new shape, I just continue that loop and then confirm on that surface. Same thing. Vertex, make sure select this yellow and move it. This loop continues, and this center loop, this is something wrong, so I'll just fix this also. Make sure in near to eye there's no triangles. Swift loop, one more loop I want here. Vertex. I can fix this and can use a cut, create a cut, polygons, right click, delete vertices. So you can see I need one more cut here. Swift loop, this is till here it was fine. Here, okay, there's a mistake. Oh, it's not connected, that's why. Cut. This is going round, and this should also go round. There's a mistake in the shape. Now continuous loop, then this loop should also continue like this, so I need to add a cut. So those basic loop other day I showed you guys, like what kind of loops we should have. Keep those things in mind, because a facial anatomy and facial loops are very important. You cannot mess up with those things and cannot change like the way you want. So let me see this, some issues. So delete, 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 delete. Let's see. This one should continue with this. This is continuing. This one should continue. So I select this polygons, freeform, surface already selected, step belt, and select these two. I select once again, or select a model, poly mode, step builder, and let's see. This one should continue with this. connect, connect. Okay, it's not connecting. So okay, like right now I just filled it with a couple of things. So just go back to my actual model, edge mode, isolate my model and check everything. This looks now continuous and this line I need to continue here. So what I can do now, very simply just border, cap it very easily. Don't worry about those lines. That is something will fix very easily with a cut tool. Cut, cut, and this cut should continue. You can see this is not very easy and very simple way. Connect them. What is this? Why it's revolving? Save your file quickly. What is this? There's something wrong. Okay. I just double click, delete, select, delete. Still you can see there's an issue, there's an n gone. So I have to fix that n gone. Just align this line and this one. I need to do something about this one. Delete this one. Okay. Delete. This vertex should come here. Should have it square here. Okay. Body. Cap. You can see like how like I'm calculating each and every polygon. You can see this is also quad, this is also quad, everything is a quad. There's no triangle. So you have to delete, create like this, you have to do it. So once you're done with this, what you can do is like symmetry to we can apply later also. So now right now we have to confirm everything. So what I'll do, so I just collapse symmetry, yes, hold or yes, so that I can see, have the basic structure of my low poly. Save it. Head, yes, low poly and head, isolate, select low poly model, you have already selected this there. Now What you can do is right now you can see there like some surface difference in low poly and high poly. So how to fix that? So you can see there's the first option. There's an option confirm. You have move tool, you have rotate tool, you have this scale tool, and you have a relax confirm brush. So for this, I'll use the confirm brush. So alt middle left mouse button, you can increase or decrease the confirm. Middle mouse button you can rotate, right click, nothing works. Then shift, you can increase the strength. Control, fall off, increase, decrease. So it's all about control, alt, shift, and left mouse button. Oh, sorry, not Maya. Select this, then start confirming. It basically starts snapping on the surface of your high poly perfectly, as perfect as possible with the given amount of polygons. Then you have relax. Increase the strength. Smooth. Confirm amount is 0, so it cannot, by mistake I have changed that size. You can change it from here also. You can check everything. You can see it will redistribute all the polygons and try to like keep all the this thing, uh, reduce, reduce, and try to snap everything perfectly and relax all the mesh. Like this is like too dense, so you can just modify the inner part already only, instead of modifying everything. You can just fix one side. Once another side, so we can just simply symmetry it. If required, you can just like fix this area, make it a little bit dense. Like eye area, little bit dense is perfectly fine. Snap everything perfectly. Relax. Then Symmetry. See, symmetry. These things you can fix later also. Fix it. You see, it looks now it snaps to my high poly perfectly, and this is not very high poly. This is quite low poly and quite resolution I can optimize very easily. So either I can keep it like this, or I can go ahead and start modifying my base. Step build up. Surface is already selected. Good. First cover the like all those eye areas and all those parts. These are the most important areas. Just define the point, vertex point, and combine. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Create this low poly, and low poly is a time consuming process, and this is your final game model, so it should be perfect. It should be perfect. There's no like don't worry about this rough not lined edges. I'll fix those things very quickly. This like I just fix those areas. Connect, 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 and connect. So for this thing is starting all these horns. It should be a round loop again. Similarly, for your neck, from center it will start. This is your center line. It should be a loop. So like whenever creating things like this, make sure you have a center line, which is very important. Now like this loop is done. Similarly, just plan out your loops, like circular loops wherever you need to have circular loops. Just plan out those surface, those areas. Rest you can just like fill in the areas. And this will take a lot of time and practice. So practice it. Otherwise, like, Similarly here also. In the angle. Okay. This one. Alignment proper. And that access issue is been solved, so you guys can access all the videos and everything. Connected nicely. 1 2 1 2. Oh, my mistake. 1 2 3. You can see how I removed that this thing, the triangle. The center line is must. Change the angle and try it again. Alignment. 1, 2, 3, 4. Connect, connect, connect. See, it is all quads. And this neck part is anyways covered with the cloth, not visible. Align, align it as straight as possible. This should be like this. We'll weld it later. Lines, so I have to fix it. So what I'll do is, that means auto saving. I have to switch off this auto save. So you can see the low poly model now. See, it's low poly model looks like a high poly by shape and volume, everything. And after creating this, when I bake it, it will when I bake all the information on it, it will transfer each and every detail to the low poly because it's perfectly snapped to the high poly. Snap, that's all. Yes. Like the center is all these lines. This is the center line. I can just simply select all these vertices and weld them and check there is no issue. All these things have to weld together. Make sure this center this point, this polygon is useless. Delete it. Delete. And now you can see there is a hole. Weld them together. Just fix everything. Center this point is not required. Backspace. Backspace. And vertex with these two. Weld. Weld. Like this, there is a polygon of face. Something is there in between. That is something I have to check. Let's take the face. You can see. That's something I can like delete and fix it easily. Polygons, delete, delete. Similarly, from back side, weld them together nicely. Border, tap it, cut, continue center line, no matter what. And coming just with this point, so you can see everything is quad. This is how you can reduce your number of polygons, loops, and you can, these are like tricks. This is how you reduce the number of polygons, creating that kind of loop. Save your file. Take it in this quickly. Let's try.